Greetings, it's Shanique. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to make this delicious plantain couscous pilaf with some dark fried plantains on the side. We always focus on the main course, but sometimes the side dish are the sweeter one. So this one is for the plantain lovers, like myself. So stay tuned. Now we have our plantain. You have to make sure that it's ripe. I like my plantains when they're fully ripe, so then when we fry it, it's gonna be nice and dark and so sweet. I love sweet plantains. I like to use olive oil to fry my plantain because it doesn't absorb as much oil, in my opinion. You could use grapeseed oil. Whenever I use coconut oil, I find that all of the oil just gets sucked up into the plantain, and we're trying to use as less oil as possible. So we cut off the top of the plantain and then we cut straight down on one of the grooves, deep enough that when you try to peel it off, it will come off in one shot. Okay, so you just peel off the skin and then voila, you have your plantain ready to slice up. This is the way I like to slice my plantains. You could do it the way that you prefer. I just do it in my hand. You have to be kind of experienced to do that because you don't want to cut yourself. If you're not used to doing it this way, just put it on the cutting board and slice it up. But this is how I slice my plantains. Now you want to make sure that they have enough space in between them so that they can fry evenly, and then when it's time to turn over, just like right now, look. Ooh, this is how I like my plantains. I like them dark. So if you prefer them a little bit lighter, you don't fry it as long as I'm doing it, because this is just, my mouth is just watering right now. Just look at how dark and golden they are. Now that one need a little bit more frying. It's still too light for me. So we're just going to flip them over on the other side so they could fry evenly. Now when they're just right, you take them out, and what I always do is put them on a piece of paper towel to absorb the excess oil, just like that. So the frying pan I'm using is by Green Pan. I like to use this brand because it doesn't have a lot of the harmful chemicals in it like other non-stick pans do. So I will have that information in the bottom in the description below of where to find it on my Amazon storefront. Our plantains are finished, so now we're going to use the same pot and we're going to toast some pine nuts. I'm using the same frying pan that I use with the plantains, hence the dark color. So I'm going to just put some pine nuts in the pan. I think I put a little bit of coconut oil in this, and now guess what we're going to do? We're going to dice up some of the plantains and we're going to add it to that, and we're going to brown this and make it nice and crispy. So the pieces that are too big, I'm going to just use my spoon and just break it up a little. Now we're going to place the plantain and the pine nuts inside of a little bowl while we do the next step. Now we're going to add our couscous to the same pot and we're going to toast that a little. I didn't add any excess oil because there's still some oil there. Now we're just going to mix it around to make sure everything is fully toasted. So now we're going to transfer our couscous into a bowl. Now you have to be very careful because these are the round balls just like to run all over the place. So you have to make sure you're gentle and then you put them inside of a bowl so that we could continue on to the next step. I added a little bit of coconut oil to the pan. Now I'm going in with some red onions, which are purple, but them call them red, so let's go with that. We're going to saute them a little until they're translucent with a cube. This is a vegetable bouillon cube. We're going to add that and we're going to mix it in so that the flavors from the bouillon cube could infuse inside of the onions. Now I like to use this organic non-salt, no salt seasoning that I bought in Costco, and I'm gonna sprinkle it over it. It has thyme, rosemary, like a lot of herbs, and it always gives just such nice flavor to my food. So I'm just going to mix it up and let it absorb inside of the onions. Now we're going to add our toasted couscous back inside of the pot with the onions and the bouillon cube and all that flavor that comes with it. Now we're going to mix it around to make sure that all of those flavors are also get absorbed inside of the couscous. I'm going to add some water to it and we're going to cover it up and let it steam for a little bit. Now our couscous is fully cooked. On to the next step. We're going to add some diced red cabbage, purple cabbage, same thing. We're going to dice up some cabbage and I'm going to add it there. Now we're going to just mix it around because now it's almost like a stir fry thing going on. I don't like to overcook my cabbage, so I'm just going to do this very quick. So now we're going to add our plantain and pinenuts in, and we're going to mix it around to make sure say everything balance out. Alright, so now we're going to add our little chopped up scallion. Scallion always give food such nice flavor, and I like my scallion when they're not overcooked. I just like them nice and green like that. We're just going to mix that around and it's finished. It's done. Look at that. So this was so easy to make, and we're busy moms, we're busy people, so this one is a quick and easy one for you all. And this is how it turned out. I will have the video for the fried mushrooms in my next video, so make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love.